At NAB, Luma Touch introduces multi-track editing on your iPad. This is MacVoices. This edition of MacVoices is supported by the MacVoices Dispatch, our weekly newsletter to keep you up on all the latest from MacVoices. Watch or listen to MacVoices straight from your email client. Sign up at macvoices.com/newsletter and stay up to date. Welcome to MacVoices. This is MacVoices at NAB in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, our very first stop at NAB has to be with Luma Touch and LumaFusion and Terri and Chris. Guys, it's great to see you.
Good to see you, Chuck. It's good to see you in person again. It's been a while.
It has been. It has been. It feels ridiculously long.
Yeah.
I've kind of lost track of everything that you guys have been releasing. I know we've talked about so many things, and then they come out, and then you skip on to the next thing. So where do you all stand at the moment with all your feature releases?
Go ahead. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so on Tuesday, we're releasing Multicam, which has been a long-awaited feature. So it is basically an app inside of an app. That's why it took so long. It's a super difficult feature to develop, but it is 6 tracks or 6 cameras that you can switch with your fingers, automatically synchronize, and then switch, put on the timeline, and use it as a normal clip. It's amazing.
It has to be. Okay, so Chris, she said it's an app in an app.
Yeah.
How is it an app in an app?
Well, I mean, it really was a completely different editing experience, and we had to do all new technology to make this happen. You know, we did a tech demo of this for Apple back 3 years ago, and it was demonstrated with the iPad Pro. But when we were done, we realized we had a great tech demo, but we didn't have something people could use for multicam editing. So we really went back to the drawing board, redid everything, you know, all the ways you work with it. And the most important thing when we're working on a feature is making sure it's going to work for the user, for the person who's doing the editing. So we took so much time to do little details to make it feel right, so that when you're grabbing a container of multicam clips, it feels like one clip that you can just grab and move, or you can take a piece out of it and move that. There's little details that make it really fun and easy to edit that most multicam experiences aren't like that. They're much more traditional and slow and paced. Again, it's always about touch for us and about making it easier to fluidly do the work you want to do and tell the story you want to tell.
One example of that is that we allow you to pre-map all your audio from camera to camera, so you can get all of your audio set up. So when you go start switching, you're right in the moment, and you can switch just focusing on your media, focusing on what you want to see next, and not worry about, oh, I've got to stop because I only want to cut to this audio or cut video only or whatever. So it's really fun. It makes it fun.
And in the same release on Tuesday, we have a number of smaller new features. We've redone a lot of the audio UI. A bunch of the filters now have beautiful graphic UIs that make them much easier to use and get the results you want for touching up your audio. We're also including a voice isolation filter that's machine learning based that does an amazing job of clearing up background noise when you're working with voice. So that's a really, really cool feature we're including with that release.
Okay, so a couple things to be clear here. First of all, we're joking a little bit about it being an app in an app, but it is inside the app right now, so it's not like I have a second app to launch.
No, it's completely integrated in LumaFusion and just feels a part of it. It's just such a big feature that it really is a separate set of tools within LumaFusion.
It is an in-app purchase, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
It took us 3 years.
But as always, it's a one-time purchase, so it's $20 for that to add on to LumaFusion. So it's easy purchase for a full multicam editing studio.
And again, Terri, the way you were describing it, my head went one place, and I want to make sure. So this is not a recording app. This is to take 5 different iPhones, pull the video in, load it in, and then edit.
Yeah.
That's correct. Synchronize and edit it. And one of the things we're working on is some integrations with other companies that do live switching, where we can take the ISO files that come out of those and bring them in for post-editing of those, for more refined editing after the fact of a live production.
I think I have a nomination for you, but we'll talk after the camera's off.
Great.
So the price remains the same, but it is an in-app purchase. What kind of in-app purchase price do we have?
The price of the app of LumaFusion is $29.99, and the price of Multicam Studio is $20.
So
or $19.99.
Yes. So we're at $49.99 for touch-based editing on your iPad, including multicam.
We're having a 1-week sale, though, on LumaFusion. So you could get both of them, each of them for $20, so it'd be $40.
$40 for
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That starts on Tuesday.
Okay, well, this probably won't go out until a little bit after Tuesday, but hopefully it'll go out within time.
Yeah, we'll have the sale going, I think, through at least Saturday. So. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Hey, it's great to see you both. I'm glad that we all made it back.
I know.
In one piece for a change.
Yeah, and we've got, we'll obviously talk later, but we have lots of new features coming out fairly soon. We've had some things going on in the background, some that we're sort of secretly showing here. I'll just mention one that I'm really excited about. We've upped the number of tracks in the app, at least on the high-end iPad Pros. The M2 iPad Pro can run 16 tracks of 4K video, plus as much audio as you want, and we're going to be releasing that in a release in the next few months, and we're really excited about that.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. The power is just unbelievable on those M2 iPad Pros. So,
Yeah.
Well, you guys know you're always welcome. I always love to hear about it because you guys are definitely one of the premier iPad apps. There's no question about it. So the website where folks can go to learn more, obviously you're in the App Store, but
LumaTouch.com.
Yep. And it's an all-new website that Terri spent a lot of her time and effort redesigning. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So now we all have to go and check it out.
Go check it out. It's beautiful.
Great. Well, thank you so much for the time. I know that you stepped away from the booth, so thank you. And
thank you, Chuck.
We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks, Chuck.
Folks, more from NAB in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.